Discretion is advised.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're out here on my buddy's large ranch and we're going to be going after coyotes. He has a big problem with them. In just the past couple weeks he's lost 5 lambs. So we're going to do the best we can over the next couple days. Tonight's really our first night hunting. I was out here yesterday. I kind of looked around, looked at a few spots that we can set up. For this trip I've got the RTI Mora in 9mm. I've got it configured to just about 230 foot-pounds with the 100 grain Zans. And I've got it topped with the Guide Thermal. Excellent scope for this type of work. And I like this gun because it's pretty quiet. And I've been really successful with it in the past. I've taken a lot of coyotes with this gun. But we're going to set up. It's going to take me a few minutes to grab some of my gear, and then we're going to hike up to this area that is probably about 30 or 40 feet up, and that'll give us a good view of some of these fields out here. My first stop was to go and sit up on this hill that overlooks a field where typically there's cattle during the day. Now during night they're at a different portion of this ranch, and so I had the place pretty much to myself, and it didn't take me long to spot a coyote. He was quite a ways out there. It looked as though he was nosing around for some rabbits, and I just patiently waited, and he finally came within about 130 yards, and I took the shot and it went right over his head, and he booked it off to the left side. I'd wait for a little bit. I didn't see any more activity, and so it was on to the next spot. So we're going to move to a different spot where there's a fence line, and we may have some better luck getting him in a bit closer, because 130 yards really isn't that far for this gun, but I'd really prefer to try and get him in to 75 and maybe even closer. I didn't really have much time to set up for that. I really didn't see him. I swung to my right and he was just standing there, and so I took the shot. It looked as though it was a heart-lung shot. He ran off to the left, maybe about 30 yards, and collapsed. And so we got one down. We're going to set up in a different spot that's facing a fence line where I have seen the coyotes come through. There is somewhat of a little trail, and there's a bit of a gap in that fence, and so I think they come through there. We're going to set up and see if anything else comes through. If you guys do a lot of hunting at night, I found it really helpful to have a chest rig, and I also keep a power bank in here. This is a pretty hardy one, and I can run this directly to my thermal and just kind of keep it charged, and I don't have to worry about swapping out batteries. Pretty helpful. And another thing I've been carrying lately is COYOTE thermal. This is a little handheld, pretty helpful if you're sitting down and you just don't want to shoulder the gun. If you're taking a break, it's kind of nice to scan with that. It is a rifle scope, but I use it as a handheld, and it seems to work pretty well, and it's definitely helpful for spotting these coyotes come in. So I was able to get that guy. Perfect headshot. So it wasn't really as action-packed as I really expected, but we were able to get down 2 coyotes. As I mentioned, we're going to be out here for the next 5 days, and so hopefully we can have some more luck. Hopefully that put a little bit of dent in the population. You guys will see some more videos of this trip. If you guys are interested in any of the gear we used, I will leave links for that in the description. I really appreciate you guys coming along. Leave a comment if you guys have any questions. Happy to answer them, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. If you guys enjoy these videos, give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you like. We put out new videos every week. I appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next one.